Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And grand rising, grand rising to all my overseas brothers and sisters. How y'all doing tonight, man? How everybody doing tonight? How my melanated brothers and sisters doing? How my overseas brothers and sisters doing, man? Hey, first and foremost, man, big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumb up the video, and share the content with those you know and with those you don't, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all opportunity into another episode of Bearded Conversation. Hey, secondly, man, big ups to the best moderators in the game, man. We got Young Boy Maya Bucks. We got Master Teacher Fox Dye. We got TLS. We got Preston McKenzie, aka Brother P Mac. And bringing up the rear for show, my big bro, Professor Remo. And we can't forget about them queens. We got Miss Gigi Gaming Palace, the first lady. We got Miss Star Wars Marcus LLC. And then last but not least, we got Miss CC Craven Carefuling. Hey, the best moderators in the game. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all, man, y'all support and check out these businesses, man. First up, 501 East 61st Street. That's Lynn Chicago Pizza. Make sure y'all check them out on Instagram. Lynn Chicago Pizza, all one word, for the catering menu and mobile pizzeria. Also, check out Cafe where grown folks play, located 17553 South Cassie in Hazel Crest, Illinois. Make sure y'all get out there. Also, make sure y'all check out, man, Dan Soul Food and Bakery if you need some good soul food. 2523 West 79th Street. Also, man, if you know you got a cough or sneeze, you're a little sick, check out the House of Health and Wellness, man. Located 1400 Torrance Avenue, Suite 213. And if you're on the east side, I say the east side, man, hey, check out Urban Lux Cafe. 2911 East 79th Street. Hey, man, support the channel, man. Hit that Cash App, $Bearded Bucks with a Z. That's $Bearded Bucks with a Z. And for those in the back, man, that's $Bearded Bucks, Big Zorro with a Z. Hey, man, you know it's your boy, man. I'm in the building, man. You know what it is, man. It's Toxiq Tuesday, man. So with that being said, man, hey, family, peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. Hey, let's get it cracking. Let's get it going. Yo. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation. I am your host, Beard Genghis Khan, aka the Khan Man, BKA BGK. Your boy is in the building, man. First and foremost, man, I just want to give a big ups to the co-hosts with the Moses, my little one AJ. You know what I'm saying? He ain't in the building tonight, but big ups to my little one AJ. You know what I'm saying? If you're out there, I know you're watching somewhere. My boy. Hey, man, big ups to all my, you know what I'm saying, all the kids, man. You know, my twins, man, you know, my oldest boy, you know, my oldest daughter, my juicy boo, Sean Mac. Big ups to all also, man, big ups to all y'all family and friends and children out there, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditation. Our extended family, you know what I'm saying, the ones we come in contact with, or the ones we don't come in contact with, you know what I'm saying. We like to start the show off, I'm saying, with some peace and stress free before we get into, whatever we get into. So yeah, man, keep everybody in your thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Keep everybody in your thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations, whichever way you decide to choose, man. But just do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep the family covered. Let's keep the family blessed and with grace. And man, let's be a family, y'all. You know how it be. Um, with that being said, man, big ups to Diablo in the building. I see P Mac, you in the building. No. Hey, man, but big ups to my co-hosts too, man. You know, I ain't heard from them in a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Boogie and Roscoe P. You know what I'm saying? The best co-hosts, you know what I'm saying, in the game. You know what I'm saying? When they on their game and on top of their game, you know. But right now, they ain't in the building. But with that being said, before we go anywhere, do anything, man, and get into whatever we finna get into. You know what I'm saying? Let me switch this up. That's a little ugly. We could do that like that. Okay. Now, the thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. One more time. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. This video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with the underlying undertone on edutainment. We don't want you to take any advice or anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper professional. We don't want you going out here starting no revolts, robbing no banks, telling your boss what he can take, how he can turn it sideways, and where to put it. We don't want you putting that up on, you know what I'm saying? Nobody on this channel We all about respect, we all about love, we all about peace, we all about empowerment and growth. So, you know what I'm saying? Oh, with a little fun mixed in. So yeah, man, that's what it is. It is what it is. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody be in their feelings, man. When we come on here talking, man, please don't get in your feelings. Don't get in your feelings, man. It's all love here. You know what I'm saying, man? I like the fact that we can come in this bad boy, man, and be like, man, not so much I don't, but we guys, we do it, but we still got to be respectable in front of the audience. But it's cool when you can come up here and say, man, F you, or not necessarily like that, but forget about what you're talking about, man. I'm talking about this, and this is how I feel, and I want to be heard, and it's my right to be heard, whether I'm wrong or not. Regardless, still hear me out. A lot of times, we get into that type of shit, and we don't hear people out. So that's something that I like about pushing this. You know what I'm saying? But also, man, if anybody out there that's joining the publication and that's going to join the publication, man, hey, any one of the shows that you watch, man, leave a comment. Leave me some feedback. Tell me something that you would like to see, something that you want to see, or a topic that you want to see discussed. What I'm saying? Leave a comment, man. You know what I'm saying? I answer all comments. I like and reply back to everything. So you're more than welcome to, what I'm saying, leave a comment on any video or any stream that's on this channel. Again, tell me what you want to see, tell me what you like, critique or whatever you give me, go ahead, throw it at me, man, and give it to me how, what I'm saying, like how it's supposed to be, you know. But also, man, this platform is an open platform, man. This platform is open and it's for everybody. It's not just for me. It's not just for the people that come on our panel. It's not just for my moderators. Anybody that's tuning in, if you got something to say, you want to join the discussion, you want to converse, or you think it's something going on um, that you would like to get out open in the air, you know what I'm saying, man? Hey, use this platform. Or if you got some music or anything that you do, come on the platform. We'll play a few songs and see if the public like it, and see how the people like it, you know what I'm saying? Do a little interview with you, you know what I'm saying? See, what's going on, get your background, get the feel of you. You know what I'm saying? You can get it here first on Bearded Conversation, man. We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna give you the real. We're gonna give you the truth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you our opinion, you know what I'm saying, about whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Miss Star Wars is in the building. Good evening, sweetheart. How you doing? Um, yeah, but Roscoe, man, I don't know what's going on with Roscoe. Last time I checked, we said he had a family emergency, but I don't know if if that same emergency is a problem that persisted since it happened. Which it could have been. So he had a family emergency with a family member. Um, I'm not gonna get into too many details, but it was it was something happened and he had to be there, as he should, as he should, as he should. So hopefully everything's going on. I mean everything's going okay with Roscoe. Hey, but like I say, man, L Boogie, man, if you're watching, man, you know what I'm saying, you can get in the chat, you can jump on. Roscoe, if you're watching, you get in the chat, you can come on. You can always still, co-host the show from wherever you at. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. Hey, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in too, man. Hey, most definitely, man. I don't know if I give my peoples, my beautiful people, my fellow Verdonians, they flowers like I should, man. I most definitely appreciate everybody for coming on, joining the stream, man. Watching, what I'm saying, getting the good information, sometimes getting bad information. I don't ever want to say misinformation, but if I do happen to misquote something, you know what I'm saying, I try to always come back and recorrect or correct, not recorrect or correct. You know what I'm saying? Anything that I might have misspoke on, because I don't want to mislead the people, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, when we get these channels, and I know it's Toxic Tuesday, and and it's different levels to toxicity. We get these channels and it's the same shit. It's not like it's gonna be a different type of, what I'm saying, conversation. Like it's the same type of things that we talk about, you know what I'm saying, on a daily basis. Not maybe every day, but these type of things they come up. Um, he say, I'm about to hit Unc phone, make sure they good. Okay, yeah. Cause I know it that's the situation I was talking about with him being, You know how he is. He probably there making sure he's straight and okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but man, we get these platforms, man. We get these channels, man, and we abuse them. You know, I don't think that's discussed enough. Discussed enough. The abuse of the power, the abuses of the platforms, the abuse of the resources and the privileges um, that we tend to seem to say that we don't have, and then when we see that some people get them, the things that they do with these resources, the things that they do with the powers that they get, uh, is horrible, man. Like Tiffany Henyard, not and I ain't trying to excuse me, y'all, my allergies. I ain't trying to knock her. Yes, I am, cause that's shit. $1.5 million in debt, and you're not even a city. You're like a small village in Illinois, like really on the outskirts. Should be Chicago type shit, and you like got that little small town, and $1.5 million worth of debt while you taking lavish trips, you in the casinos, you hustling people to open up businesses out there in the little suburb area. I mean, and she not the only one. She not the only sister or the only brother. You know what I'm saying? They use these platforms to get up here and mislead the people. We could talk about the churches. We could talk about all these mega churches, man. We can mention numerous of preachers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna mention no names. All allegations are allegedly. You know what I'm saying, or alleged. You know what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna mention no names. But when we get up here and we get on, we hear things, and then it's hard to it's hard to know what to believe, especially in this day and age. He said, but you have to look at who we had before her. I'm not see, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not picking on her. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the toxicity of how we like to get on here and say, listen to me, person, because I don't think you listening. How we get on here and say, well, we don't have these resources, or we can't do these things, or we can't do these things. And then when we get the people that's put in places that can allow, or that can help get us the resources, or they got the resources, so they can try to implement or some type of reconstruct or a little change or something going. Look what they do. They abuse their power. Also with some of these mega churches, or not even mega churches, small churches. You know what I'm saying? Some of these preachers, the things that they do, the things that they do inside of their congregations. You know what I'm saying? First part of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even get on the first part of it, because the first part of it, it is what it is. It's a philosophy. If you want to, yeah, preach and give that type of philosophy to the people, I'm not gonna say I'm for it, but I'm not gonna be solely against it. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? But that's the first step. That misleading. But if you're gonna do that, man, you can't be out here, man, with the women in the congregation, or taking the church's money, and you're doing it. And we hear that all the time. That why the preacher got this and why the preacher got that. But it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. And then, we got to understand too, if y'all come see, and this is what I don't understand. If you coming to me to provide a service, and you paying your tithes for the service that I'm providing, in the name of this faith that we all practicing, what's the problem with me? Because people have to understand, it's a focal point, and the pastor of the church is the focal point. Now the focal point should be the contextually, or in context, this Jesus or this God that they preaching about. But in order to get that, you got to get to the focal point. So my thing is, how do people even say? Because now I'm finna keep it real too, because I ain't ever thought about it like this until now, until I just started talking about it. Why do we go to church and say, well, the pastor driving this and the pastor driving that? Say certain times go to the church, not the pastor. Listen. You saying that. You saying that, but see, but even with that statement, I like it. We're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it, because now we finna get toxic up in this church, and that's not true. Because the tithe, no, you stop. The tithes go to the pastor. If the pastor is in charge of the church, if the tithes go to the church and the pastor is in charge of the church, that means the tithes go to the pastor. Now, back to my original statement. How do we say, because again, the focal point, contextually in context, we said it should be talking about Yeshua and Yahweh, which is God or Jesus and all that and whatever, right? But in order to receive that message, or to even get to that point, or to even keep up this spiritual belief, most people go to a church and they get it spat to him by a pastor or somebody that's reading out a book, whether he duh, whether he's singing, whether he high, whether he jumping, whether he breathing hard, whatever he doing, you going there for some type of entertainment or some type of show, in reverence to this faith or this belief that you're taking upon, and he's the person that's feeding you what he feeding you to keep you adorned. You know what I'm saying? He's like a physical, a decorative adornment on something that's keeping you adorned, that's keeping you adorned mentally and attached. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just my opinion. So you say that's not true, sir. You don't go to church. Brother, you saying that like I ain't. So you come and explain. He say most churches are agreed. Right. Most churches are agreed on a salary by the board, by the deacons, and by the people on the head of the church, and also it's voted upon by the congregation, brother. You can't tell. I know, brother, how pastors get paid, brother, and part of that salary comes from tithes, brother. That salary that comes, some of that comes from the tithes, brother. Right? Am I wrong, sir? Am I wrong, sir? Some of that comes from the tithes, brother. And it's supposed to be the agreed upon amount. But that's not what I'm talking about, brother. What I'm talking about, most pastors haven't agreed on a salary. Right, again. But what I'm talking about, brother, is why do people, when you say the tithes don't go to the church, I mean the tithes don't go to the pastor, it goes to the church. Yes, it goes to the church in essence, but if the pastor is the leader of this church, the pastor is in charge of this money. Yes, we have to vote and do certain things out, but in the end, in the override, the pastor cannot be vetoed in most churches, even in a law book. No, they can't, brother. You can't, just because I don't participate in those type of facetious activities anymore, brother. Don't mean that I don't know about what's going on inside of the facilities or the organizations inside of this religious and spiritual world, brother. You know what I'm saying? I still got people that's attached. I got brothers that's elders of a church. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got brothers that's pastors of churches. You know what I'm saying? So, man, also y'all, and I'm still working on that, y'all. I'm trying to get all these churches around here, all the pastors. I'm trying to interview them individually. You know what I'm saying, and talk to them about the community and the change and the shit that they're trying to see and what they want, what they should be going on. And then I'm gonna try to get it to where I can get all of them, you know what I'm saying, in the same room, together, and have a conversation, an open discussion, an open forum, you know what I'm saying, about the community and about coming together. You know what I'm saying? You know. So yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. But yeah, but no, but like I was initially saying, Preston, you know how people be like, man, why the pastor got the Cadillac, why the pastor got all the money and shit like that. You got to understand, by that pastor being a focal point, by that pastor being a physical decorative adornment that's keeping you adorned mentally and attached to this faith, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's why he has this Cadillac. That's why because he's your spiritual leader. He's a head. Now I get how people say, well, you know, it could be overdone. Now you get nigga, oh man, it's overdone. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. For a person that's doing what that person is doing, for masses of people or a group of people, and they have conferences that they go to, they have meetings and all type of other type of publications that they go to. If you one of those people and you involved and you leading a nice group of amount of people, hey man, you got to give them what's to them. You feel me? Now, and don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here talking about no grease ball. I'm not sitting here talking about no pastor, man, that's not doing what he's doing for the community, or somebody in the church come to him, he can't help him, or somebody come, he not really I'll counsel you, to 10-15 minute sessions, and then you out the door. I'm talking about somebody that's really out there and that's really with their people and working the door. And don't give me, listen, man, this shit takes a toll on you. Ain't nothing easy, and it's hard to find people like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you get a lot of these pastors and preachers doing the wrong thing, because it's easier to do the wrong thing. It's crazy as it said. It's easier to do the wrong thing than it is to do the right thing. You would think that doing the right thing would be, what I'm saying, like the easiest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But in most situations, it's not. It's just easier to do the wrong thing because like you think ain't nobody looking, or even if they looking, you like fuck it. You know, and that's a mindset and a mentality, man. That's toxic that we need to change. I talked about a mindset on yesterday's episode. Is the mindset that we keep and the mindset that we engage in our culture and that we traditionalize. That mindset is toxic. It's a toxic mindset. Preston, what you say, brother? The people have to want to change. This goes back to me saying we all have free will. No, it don't go back to you having free will. You gonna beat that damn free will, boy. That's a dead horse. You still beating some shit that don't make no sense. But that's your opinion and that's your option, and hey, you can do that. But a lot of these niggas out here, excuse my French, and I try not to use that. A lot of these people out here, man. A lot of these people out here, man, got free will, brother, and they still getting persuaded to do shit that I don't think that a free thinking person would do, a cognitive thinking person would do. You know what I'm saying? Again, with this propaganda, man, the way we so subjugated and relegated to the BS and to the things that we accept to be the norm. That's the norm. That's because it's the norm. It's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? I was just watching a show the other day, and it was talking about the masculinity of men and how the masculinity is in men. And I talked about this. Like this was one of the topics, the effeminization. But this was I talked about this early when I first started doing this, coming to y'all. Hey man, big ups to the Chicago Wolves too. Hey man, big ups to all Chicago teams, man. Hey man, I know I'm in the city, man. I'm in the city, man. I'm in the Chicago area, man. So for all my Chicagoan people, man, I try to represent every night, man. We represent with the Chicago Wolves. You know what I'm saying? Little hockey team. You feel me? Hold on, okay, y'all see the Wolves. You know what I'm saying? I chose to go with this one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, big up to all the Chicago team, man. The Chicago Bears, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Wolves, the Blackhawks, Chicago Sky. You know what I'm saying? All the Chicago teams, minor, what I'm saying? G League, professional teams, man. Big ups to them, man. We trying to do big things in Chicago, change the city around, man. Make it a better place to be in, bring the people back to Chicago, man. We need that money, man. We need that economic growth. So big ups to Chicago and all Chicago teams. Also, man, big ups to all the women's sports, man. Big ups to women, period, man. Big ups to the ladies, man. Big ups to all the mothers out there. Big ups to all the aunties, the sisters, you know what I'm saying, the nieces, you know what I'm saying, the grandmothers, the great grandmothers, you know what I'm saying. Big ups to all the women out there, man. Women's sports, WNBA, the football joints that they doing, the softball joints that they do, volleyball, everything, man. Big ups to the women, man. You know what I'm saying, for getting out here making the way for themselves, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. Hey, also, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know it's raining, man. The rain tried to stop me a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? With the internet, the rain was trying to get on to me. You say, uh, okay, you say not to you, it makes sense to you. Well, yeah, it don't make sense to me, but that's cool. That's cool that the free will shit makes sense to you. And you entitled to your opinion, and I love it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, I love it, brother. But again, I think you're crazy. But ain't not, but ain't nothing wrong with being a little crazy. What's going on, man? See how you doing tonight, brother?
My Doc, how you feeling?
Hey man, I'm feeling real good. Last night, man, we had a little problem, man. You couldn't hear my joints. You here tonight?
Bearded conspiracy.
That's way better. I was trying to say that
Yeah,
last night to you, but I didn't want to pitch you off. I mean, I was like,
yeah,
bro, that sound like a background in the
yeah.
background clip. But now you
Yeah,
can hear it across,
yeah,
platform.
man.
Go ahead. Fix it.
Technical, yeah, technical difficulties, man. I can't wait till I get the new joint set up joint. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get a little bit more room, man. Make it a little bit more spacious so everything can be how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm
It's called
saying?
growing pains, man. It comes with the program. Growing pains.
Yeah, most definitely it's raining, man. I know y'all out here in this rain, man, enjoying this rainy evening, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me here on Bearded Conversation. He said Chicago has plenty of money and resources. Um, you know what, P Mac, I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't disagree. You know, now we got to stop saying that too, y'all. That's some toxic shit too. That's a toxic mindset to have about resources. So, we use this word due diligence a lot. We use this word vet a lot. That means you got to get off your behind and go do what it takes to seek and find out the things that you need to be finding out to do what you need to be doing and do that. Take footwork. You know what I'm saying? It take footwork. It take real work to change the mindset and get out of this toxic, understanding or this toxic ideology, philosophy, or way of living, tradition, the culture, whatever that we invoking ourselves in. It takes the footwork. We can say how long are we gonna say, well, it ain't no resources out here? Okay, now we know that it ain't okay. So now that we know that there is resources, now what we need to be doing is get with people who know how to grab and ascertain these resources, you know, and stop being a stingy motherfucker. Excuse my French, I mean English. Stop being a stingy motherfucker. If you know something about something, man, and you can help somebody, help them. What is listen? The only way, the only listen. What if it's meant for you? It's meant for you, man. Like you don't want to tell this person about this because you think what if you doing it and you doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're gonna get the same thing. We got to learn how to help, man. We got to stop trying to be middleman and trying to we always trying to gain something off of something. That's just got to stop. What you say? My opinion? Yeah, you right. It's my opinion, man. You and your free will, man. Hey, hey, man. It's been great scholars who debated about that free will thing, press. But you keep it up. You keep it going. You can keep it up. You can keep it going. Miss Lydia, Grand Rising, sweetheart. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? She say, hey. But yeah, Master Teacher, it's I think, man, we need to change that outlook as well. We need to figure out or also, when we in these barbershop settings or these beauty shop settings and we in these churches, um, upon networking, we need to be finding applicable resources, attainable resources, and also, and if we find out things that need to be done to attain these resources, we need to be grooming and prepping people and showing them what they need to be doing to get these resources, along with helping. But again, they still gonna have to do some footwork. You know what I'm saying? I think that's needed as well. It's not that the resources aren't there; it's just the lack of knowing how to go and grab and snatch them. And when we do get those opportunities, hey, go to these job fairs. Even if you don't do number, get information. If you don't fill out an application, if you're standing in these long lines, grab information. Read that information. That information that you intake and read can probably help you somewhere else along in another place. We look at things the wrong way. You know, I used to think about, oh man, I'm going to these damn job fairs. I ain't finna get no job. Everything, only thing that they want to give me is UPS type shit, and I got to do this, that, and the third. But I always grabbed information, man. Grab that information, attain that information, read some of that shit, learn how to play off. You got to fake it till you make it sometime. Now, but on top of that, you got to learn. You can't fake it all the way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but everything helps you. Stop thinking that anything that you do, when you don't get what you think you supposed to get, don't come to you, bro. You got what you was getting. Because you might not have been a motherfucker that like to go out and do things like that, but you got up. You know what I'm saying? Something motivated you, something inspired you, something got your ass up to go to this job fair when usually you just sit around all day or do whatever. You got people like that. So whatever energy got into you and got you there, you know what I'm saying? That's a step. That's a start. You know what I'm saying? You can't change nothing if you don't start nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't run no race if you don't get in it. You can't put nothing back together if you don't take it apart. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn these things. Um, they say fine, did me some grant writers. What you say you finding you some grant writers or you what you mean, President? What you said fine did me grant writers. I didn't understand that. You got some grant writers or you finding you some grant writers. Because we need them too. We need them too. But yeah, Master Teacher, what's going on with you tonight? Doc, how you feel, brother? You in the building?
I'm all right, man. Just got in from the rain. I was listening to your discussion, Chicago teams and repping them and everything. Just
Yeah,
chilling.
man. Yeah,
Another day.
trying to represent the hometown, man. You know, hometown. Trying to let the people know it ain't all bad out here, man. You know, we got some good things going on. We got some good things going on. Hey, man. Hey, you sent me an article too. What was that? I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Talking about the YouTube link, Veritasium. Veritasium is like pretty much a science-based, science communicator-based thing. And they had a topic I thought you'd find interesting about how democracy is mathematically incorrect at times. So I thought you might get a kick out of it, especially our current voting system, how it works. He goes into a deep discussion about it. So I think I figure like that's something people like talk about or think about, especially when people
Yeah.
talking about the voting season.
Okay, I ain't get a chance to look at it. I ain't get a chance to look at it, man. My system was over here going wacko before I got started, so I was trying to get that going back and running the right way.
Thunderstorm, I guess.
Yeah, man. Like, oh man, I'm sitting there like, oh
Yeah, I
no,
drove through it on the way home. It's tough.
but it didn't calm down, man. Hey, your local rapper, she said, what you say? Just had the DNC there. What you say? Find someone that knows how to write grants. Okay. Oh yeah. I got a few people that know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm friends with the doc, so the doc, she know how to do all that, and then I got a
Basically, grant writers. Yeah.
yeah, then I got an advisor, you know what I'm saying, that know how to do all that. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all part of my team too, you know what I'm saying? My master teacher, you part of this team.
I
My
thought
advisor.
Miss Craven was gonna help manage me, but now I'm part of your team. What's going on?
Oh man, look, she ain't get look, but you part of this team though, G. I'm trying to get this 501c3. So I'm gonna include you, me, Lance. I mean, my bad, you, me, L Boogie, you know what I'm saying? The doc, from y'all background, you know what I'm saying, with what I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying, L Boogie. Probably looking for one more person, you know what I'm saying?
Better use
Man,
your people while they still alive and above the ground. Yeah.
yeah. So but it's for all of us though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though she probably got her own thing, but me and you most definitely, especially with because I did, because I told you, man, we can get this, man. I really want to. I don't want. What's the brother name that I be talking about with the artificial intelligence? The brother from the what's that? With the music group, man. The Black Eyed Peas. What's his name? Will I Am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Glad.
yeah. I wanna be able to William, brother. I wanna be able to, spread that, robotics and engineering and bring that, and set that up and, probably get it to the point where we can have conferences and bring, keynote speakers and other people that's in that field in, just like other people doing, like how like Elon Musk going through, like how Comic-Con, how they look. We can make this a big thing, man, and get our young melanated folks involved. You know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying, man, and get them involved and get them in tune with some different aspects of sciences. And make it more than just about. And don't get me wrong, man. I'm not knocking the sports. I ain't taking away from the sports. I just came from practice. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep the sports, but we just gotta let them know sports is a tool. That's just an instrument to get to, you know, to a greater or to a greener field or grassier field. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're using that for. Now, if you just happen to be one that can, get that, and hey, more power to you. But we use the sports for scholarships. We use the sports as a commodity. We thinking of sports like a fucking annuity. You know what I'm saying? Like if we going to foul. What's that shit that they do? When we get another more. No, well, we ain't gonna do that because that's too much. Yeah, because sometimes that don't even work out how it's supposed to be. But you know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be like yo safe spot. That's something that we can do, especially even if you're an average player at best, you know, and we can get a year or two paid for. You know what I'm saying? That's good. You know what I'm saying? That takes the stress off parents, especially, parents in our community. And we want to push and promote. And don't get me wrong, man. I know going to this traditional school shit, man, people got what they say about it. But I do want to promote that because, it gives you some type of social understanding. It does give you some a prison structure type of mindset too, if you think of it that way. But if you don't think of it that way, and you think of it as, I'm going in and I'm trying to take this opportunity to learn, and because I don't want to say a miseducation, because I don't want to say this and the people think I'm crazy, but I want to take this opportunity to learn some things and be able to take what I'm learning and turn this into something, you know what I'm saying, that's productive for me and also productive for my community. Not to be because this is what we do. We take it and we go and we trying to survive, and then in the midst of surviving, we they keep it so where we have to survive. They don't make it to where the things that we learn, when I say we can try to be make it productive for ourselves and for our community, we never get that chance to make it productive for our community, let alone productive for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that go to school for certain things, come out and don't even take upon them jobs or don't even get into them fields. Something turn them a different way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you do, you still never make a impact, you know, uh for the people that look like you. You make an impact for other people. You know what I'm saying? Anything that we do, anything that we take upon out here, master teacher, we don't make an impact for us. And we okay with that. And I think that's toxic. We okay with that. That mindset, that survivalistic mind state. I mean, don't get me wrong, man, because I know that's all we at one point in time, and I can't even say that's all we know, you know, because I'm pretty sure when we started this process, we ain't know why we was getting beat, but then after a while we understood why we was getting beat. So I get the psychological aspect of it too. But by now, man, shit, we should be tired of it. If we ain't getting beat physically and they steady beating us mentally, man, we should be tired of that shit by now. And I be watching programs, bro, and they say the same thing. Like they say the same thing, Roscoe P say, bro. Man, we was talking about this in the 60s and the 70s, and Malcolm X said this, and Martin Luther King was doing this, and we in 2024 and we still talking about the same thing, and we ain't got nowhere. And it's like, then you get brothers, it's like, yeah, but I understand that aspect. But then it was a brother that asked the brother that said all that, well, what do y'all do? And the brothers like couldn't answer. Like he was like, well, you know, I seen some boys trying to rob some, well, vandalize a property. I stopped them, went to court, spoke on their behalf, and then I tried to work with them brothers. He say, well, and I don't, not necessarily saying that, he just in the dangerous of the most dangerous of places, and he going to stopping the criminals and the thugs with the pistols, and we gonna be realistic. But he say when he seem that they're approachable and they need help, they need people to talk to, they need a place to go, they need some type of resources, whatever he can provide. He said he tried to provide it for the kids in his community. Not only for just those three boys that he seen vandalizing, you know what I'm saying? He said he out here, he tried to do things like that. But when he asked them other brothers that were saying, well, we've been trying this and it's 2024, and other brothers that spoke on it. So when he asked them brothers, what you doing, the brothers couldn't say nothing, but he spoke on what he was doing. And it's like, yeah, like we get a lot of that along with people who do blow smoke up your ass. But we do get a lot of people, man, that say that they can address the problem, or they see the problem and speak about it. But then when you ask them, well, what type of change or what type of things are you willing to do? What type of commitments are you willing to make? What type of convictions do you have? It's like it still go back to this survivalistic mindset. It still go back to this individuality. You know what I'm saying? It still goes back to this, well, we can't do this as a people. Like, yeah, nigga, because look at how you keep. If I'm saying, yeah, we can, you steady saying, no, we can't. What you think you're not going to do? and they went back and forth for a while. But yeah, man, you know, it's our mindset, man. I'm trying to understand what the hell do we need to do, because moving forward, bro, before we can do anything, man, the mind state got to change. The want got to be there. You know, the need is already there. We can see we need this shit. We can see we need this change. You know what I'm saying? But the want got to be there. Some like what P Max spoke on earlier is the free will. You know what I'm saying? I guess if that's what you want to call it, but we got to figure this out. Got to figure this out. We can't just keep being that small dot, man. Can't just keep being that small dot. But Master Teacher, you could jump in at any time, brother. You
I,
had to.
I was letting you get on your soapbox. That's why I got quiet. I mean, we talked about this on multiple occasions. Codes of ethics. How I even touched on it a little bit. You took it as it was a powerful statement, but it was just something I used a long time ago. I learned a long time ago. Simplest think. And you break that acronym down, it tells you how you should conduct yourself, not just as a black person, but just overall with your community. A lot of times we tear each other down. And it's funny because I just saw a podcast talking about how verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. A lot of us be like, I didn't put my hands on you. Yeah, but you are tearing me down mentally in your own way. And you got to understand that emotions are chemical reactions. So a lot of times, if you understand that one part scientifically, you can like self-regulate, you know, how you feel about what somebody's saying to you. But you never have to get to that part, you know what I mean? So I think you as what can we do? That's a big start, just using that acronym and just using like the understanding that every human being is just that. It's a human being. So when we take it back to that level and we get back to our communities, we got a lot of tribalism going. You know, you hitting on that. Whereas I'm a part of this gang, I'm a part of this faction, I'm a part of this clique, this niche, whatever, and we're divided. So I think when we get in these social industries, for lack of a better word, or social circles or establishments that we have, churches, barbershops, and we change the narrative, we change discussion to think about it. Are you helping this person? Are you inspiring this person? Is it necessary? Is it kind? When you put that in your framework, you have a better discussion with people instead of, hey, what you been on? You ain't seen this person. The first thing you do is take stabs. You get the Jonesing on them. And that is our culture. And we think that is called love, but it's very toxic in itself. And it's just like, that's a mental health issue, in my opinion. Like, why are we doing that? But we call it love. On all the levels, we call it love. That's not love, bro. And I think we change the narrative, we can actually get closer to real topics. Just being real with you. My two
Yeah,
cents.
man. You know, hey, man. Rest in peace to my father, man. He used to always say, man, most people don't know how to distinguish hurt from help, or help from hurt, or vice versa. He used to say that all the time.
Yeah, but how can
Most
you
people,
tell? Good point. But how can you tell in this climate?
yeah,
How can you tell somebody
yeah,
loves you and they tearing you down with words? It's like,
yeah.
really?
Especially, especially the way, you know. But you know, but you know, and but not to justify or try to combat what you said, because I totally agree 100% with what you said. But in the case of most impoverished, or I'm not going to even say impoverished, because you know people still make a way. You know, poverty. You know, I ain't gonna say I don't believe in poverty, because I do on a mental scale and even on an economical scale, but not as we ain't like, you know what I'm saying, how them commercials be, you know what I'm saying, over there. You know, people can make a way and find out how to get, you know what I'm saying, something going for themselves. It's just that, you know, we take what's given instead of we take what's given without internalizing, and we try to make it fit and suit our needs to, I guess, keep us from actually seeing the vision, or to actually keep us, we keeping ourselves, or we lying to ourselves, or we keeping ourselves docile, you know what I'm saying? So we don't want to wake up, because you know, either we scared, you know what I'm saying, or we don't think that we can accomplish, or you know, whatever, for whatever reason it is. And that's why I think we take the N, even with the N word that I try to stop using. I think we turned that and we internalized that and use it as a term of endearment, you know what I'm saying, with the soft, you know what I'm saying, instead of the hard. to excuse my French, you know what I'm saying, pause on that. I'm talking about the spelling, to use it to make it seem like it's a term of endearment when that word has been, you know what I'm saying, a term of destruction, you know what I'm saying, a term of death, you know what I'm saying, a term of I can go on and on and on. And I think we take that and try to, and then we get mad when other people use it, but how, like, it just don't make no sense logically. Just thinking about it, if we take our time and slowed it down and just thought about the words that we say to each other and how we came about using those words that we use towards one another. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling people, man, words are important. Words, these spells. You know what I'm saying? Your books, your religious books tell you, you know what I'm saying? You speak things into existence. You know what I'm saying? So a man thinketh, so it is. So we got to be cautious and careful of these words. We really do, man. And that's one thing that I don't think that we teaching our young people. You know, People like to say it's all the with the hocus pocus and the this and the that and the third, but you got to be prepared. You got to have an open mind, man. You got to have a mind state. If you put your time into learning and loving and being at peace. A lot of that toxic shit will leave and get pushed away. You know what I'm saying? It'll leave. A lot of that toxicity, man, you can push away. you know it's just that you, again, the reprogrammer we talking about. We just got to find a way to reprogram it. Got to find a way to reprogram it. And like you say, it's more about breaking. It's more about breaking, not continuing generational curses. Thank you. Think for a moment. Hey, man. Hey, I usually do word of the day. I'm in my bag. Quote of the day by Professor Remo Williams, man. But look, hey, man. Hey, knowledge of the day by Master Teacher, brought to you by Bearded Conversation. It's
Oh,
more
my
about
bad. I
breaking.
was, my bad, bro.
It's more about breaking, y'all. We got to break them, not continuing generational curses. That shit is toxic. These traditions that we think is cool and shit that we like to keep up, man. That's not it. That's not it. Like the brothers say, man, we got to be more careful with one another. You know what I'm saying? Take our time. You know what I'm saying? To reevaluate. We react to shit just like, man, like we just react. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody really take the time out to think no more. You know? I think that's why this that drill music shit took off. Because you got little kids, young kids who minds ain't developed. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really telling them to stop doing this shit. So they putting this shit on the music. They riding, they sliding, they thinking this shit cool. They getting the guns. The guns is accessible. Everybody can get them. Everybody, like, they making this shit popular. They making it the norm, and we accepting it. Just as easy as you can accept, you cannot accept. You can say, "No, I ain't doing this. No, that ain't." Come on, man. Motherfuckers know that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Also, man, young guy, a young known guy, that's from the area where I'm at, man. Rapper No Limit Cairo, busted by beat up DNC security patrols, face machine gun possession charges. So the No Limit Cairo, man. I guess he was at the DNC, but supposedly he had a machine gun. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this article. See this this see this see that's my point exactly. This is the unnecessary, stupid, dumb shit that we ain't thinking. Like, if this is like, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand, bro. Y'all got to be kidding me. This is what you doing. This is what you doing. So the
But see,
article
we
say,
talked about those stereotypes being good, like how we represent ourselves. We don't think nothing of it because it's like we always want to live in our truth. That's the new common statement. I'm gonna live it in my truth. And you do stuff like that, and you represent a people, just like me and you represent certain organizations. It kind of gives a bad taste in the mouth of others. So it's like, why would you be at this convention with that and that and that? Now, I'm not knocking, black people, but I mean, because white people probably, not probably, but they are guilty of certain situations. But we should be more focused on our image, so we're not, looked at under that lens. So we have even more greater power. A lot of us, we don't even give a care. We're like, I don't care what nobody thinking, bro, them. I told you I had to tell a kid, like, yeah, I'm running, all right, on peanut butter and jelly of them. The whole class laughed. You got to flip the script on most people that think that way because that's conditioning, you know. So I'm just
Yeah,
putting it out there.
yeah. So it says Chicago rapper can thank the city's beefed up security around the Democratic National Convention for his latest legal problems. Kyron Demarion, also known as No Limit Cairo, is jailed after a judge found him to be public safety threat because cops allegedly found him with a machine gun inside a stolen Jaguar in the South Loop. So, oh my God, they call him inside a stolen car. So, two CPD units assigned to conduct special patrols in the downtown area during the DNC spotted the Jaguar SUV parked in a prohibited um, area on the corner of State and 14th Street shortly after midnight last Tuesday, August 20th. Demarion, 29, looked at them and tried to drive away, but he collided with one of the squad cars, a CBD report said. The cops say they saw him making jerky motions before he bailed out of the car and tried to run away. They arrested him down the block. Prosecutors said the officers found two firearms on the Jaguar's driver's seat, a 9mm equipped with a switch, allowing it to generate a machine gun fire, and a fully caliber weapon. Mm, mm, mm.
What is your building?
Both weapons had extended magazines and laser sights, the CPD report said. According to the reports, the 40 caliber pistol was reported stolen in 2015. Also stolen, according to the prosecutor, was the Jaguar. It was taken from a dealership in Milford, Connecticut in April, the report stated. Prosecutors charged Demarion with unlawful use of a machine gun, unlawful use of a weapon by a felon, possession of a stolen motor vehicle, and a handful of misdemeanors. Judge William Fahey granted the state detention petition in the case, noting that Demarion is a three-time convicted felon. One of those convictions was a 2015 case in which he pled guilty, tweeting a threat directed towards the Cook County judge, Thomas Davey, who was overseeing Demarion's gun case at the time. Me and my boy finna beat the judge ass on L's. We some probation. What the hell? The tweet read, according to court filings. A different judge took over Demarion's gun case, and he ultimately entered a guilty plea. He received a total of 4.5 years for the two convictions. So now he back in. Hey man, you know that's another thing, man. Y'all, these young folks out here crashing out, bro. So now so with the attachment of this switch to a regular handgun, which makes this handgun fire like a machine gun. Now you got a machine gun charge
That's called heavy ordnance.
with extended clips. Then you had a 40 caliber.
That's heavy ordnance. And my question to you is he a Republican, Democrat, or independent? Curious.
I don't think he neither.
I
I don't
don't
even
think
know.
he's Democrat if he's at a DNC convention doing all that. You're not making him look good that way.
Well, you know, he was around the area of the convention when they spotted the car that he was in that was also stolen.
Oh, so he
So-
wasn't calling, he was just caught that way.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing. Why you what's the purpose of you being outside like that in a stolen car? That's sad, bro. That's sad. Like you downtown with that in a stolen car. That's crazy. Let's start with these criminals really need to stop taking downers and committing crimes. Yeah, because you know that's the it be them drug because he couldn't have been in his
Hell.
couldn't have been in his right mind. He say, how you taking lean and you gotta watch your back. Well, I don't know if he was under the influence of any drug, Mr. Starwer. The article doesn't say, but I know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of the youth and a lot of these young guys get their courage. You know what I'm saying? That's toxic within themselves. If you think you need to do a drug to get some courage, man, if that ain't true, it ain't true. And ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. You feel me? There's a lot of shit that ain't for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and don't let nobody force you into doing none of that shit, man. You know, motherfuckers say that and you listen and be like, man, no, it ain't how it don't. That's really how it is, bro. You ain't got to do a lot of this shit that like for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be you, bro, it ain't nothing wrong with being you. And that's for real. If ain't nobody ever told you that, You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you that for anybody that's tuning in, for anybody that's gonna watch in the future, you know what I'm saying? For anybody that's gonna share this content, and for any youth that see this, or any older person that see this, you know what I'm saying? Be you. You know what I'm saying? And if that's meant for you to be you that way, you know what I'm saying? Still be you, and hopefully you can get the help that can change you, you know what I'm saying, to understand and see things in a different light. But other than that, man, if that's not you, man, be you. Do the things that you need to be doing. You don't need these drugs. You don't need this lean shit. You feel me? You don't need these pills, bro. You know what I'm saying? To get you the courage to go out here, get in a stolen car. And I'm not saying that's what Cairo did. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? With the drugs and nothing like that. But whatever he was doing, you feel me? He had them pistols on him and he was in a stolen car. What type of mindset? I mean, we would want to think that I would like to think that he had a sober mind. I mean, excuse me, an inebriated or intoxicated mind state. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be making decisions like that. You know what I'm saying? To use that as an excuse for him. Not making no excuse because you shouldn't be doing this shit in the first place, but just for the sake of the argument. You know what I'm saying? I would hope that he was inebriated, bro, when he made that choice to jump in a stolen car, had two pistols in the car with extendos, and one had a switch on it. Because with a sober mind, if that's how you thinking, brother, you know what I'm saying? You're doing the wrong things. And then you got to think about this too. You downtown. Like somebody following you, where you going? You finna rob somebody? What are you finna do? Like what's going on? You fake popular, you fake famous, you fake on the internet, you fake do interviews. You from our area, you fake got a little change, you fake got a little influence. But the shit you doing, you only influencing the bull. They gonna think it's cool to jump in stolen cars and ride downtown with pistol with switches on it. Then we got the youth, man. It's gonna take the youth to change the youth because a lot of them ain't listening to us. It shouldn't have to take till you get to 30 to 35 to mature and to realize this ain't the shit you're supposed to be doing. It shouldn't take because a lot of times you got to realize a lot of times, man. The old man told me this. It ain't that they ain't realizing that they you know what I'm saying ain't need to change. It's that it's about the time. The time that it's gonna take for them to change or for them to realize that they're gonna change. It's a lot of times by that time it'd be too late.
Everything has a season, though, if you remember. And even if it's too late, just the season didn't come when it needed to. But it's sad because most of us don't get that type of soil, that type of nurturing, that type. We talked about nature versus nurture last night, too. They don't get that, some people, and it's just the end result. So it's sad, but I hate to say it. A lot of times I always say, and you've heard me say it, be good, I'd rather focus on the youth or the children than broken people or broken men.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, but it's very valid.
Yeah, man. Hey, these drugs nowadays, a motherfucker. We grew up off just smoking weed. Now these young dudes be all pills, lean, alcohol, weed, shrooms.
Can't tell the true shame the devil.
He say, mindset be fucked up. Like, hey, Diablo, yeah, man. And that's crazy because
They be out here like crash dummies. Diablo, right? Trying
like
anything.
man. Yeah, like crash dummies, man. That's why they got the little crashing out era, man. They out here just doing wild shit, just doing shit that, man, bro, and again, man, that toxic ass mindset, man. That I don't see, and this is why when I see motherfuckers arguing on platforms about the hip hop culture and rapping and music and the shit like that, and people be like, "Oh man, that culture that's fucked up." Is that if that's what you want to attach yourself to? Why would you want to say hip hop is your culture and shit like that? I get it to an extent, but you got to realize, man, hip hop is just not rap. Hip hop is the R&B. Hip hop is the swing. Hip hop is the bebop. Hip hop is the everything. You know what I'm saying? It takes from everything and it's put in a more poetic way that we choose to call rap, hip hop, MCing or whatever. But I get it nowadays, man. They making a spectacle of it, and they supposed to. And then the reason I say they're supposed to because it was never supposed to last this long. And I recently just watched something. Jesse Lee Peterson. I really don't care for Jesse Lee Peterson. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but if y'all don't, Google the brother Jesse Lee Peterson. I don't care for him. And he was having a conversation with Dr. Umar Johnson. which sometimes I disagree with, and another brother named by the name of Michael Imhotep. So basically, Jesse Lee Peterson, Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, was pushing this. Oh God, this preacher, this. We gotta accept this and that and the Jesus, and you're not spiritual, and you're not godly, and all this shit. And I disagree with everything that's just me, man. But anyway, but Dr. Umar, man, and that brother fell out about they fell out about what the fuck, because he was saying about how he felt as though Umar and the brother Michael Imhotep had a feminine mentality of thinking about things, and how we as black people we constantly begging for things. You know what I'm saying? We begging the white man for this instead of begging or asking God. And I'm like, bro, so Dr. Umar basically was like, we not begging shit. You know, he was we not begging shit. He's like, because then he led up into the hip hop, because he was like, because he asked the question, what has hip hop done for the black community? You know what I'm saying? He was like, hip hop ain't done shit. My bad, and I got this wrong. That I take that back. That was a different podcast. He was talking to another brother when he was talking about the hip hop. He was talking about the feminine and the masculine shit with the Jesse Lee Patterson and the guy. So let me get to the hip hop thing. So with the hip hop, he was asking the podcast or the whoever show he was on, what has hip hop done for the community? So that brother got to saying, well, and I do apologize, y'all. I got my thoughts crossed up for a minute, but I'm back. Um, he was asking, what has hip hop done? So the brother got to saying, well, it provided jobs. It got people, what I'm saying, they're doing this, they're doing that. You got podcasts out here because we interviewing rappers and things like that. And so basically, liquefiable Dr. Umar Johnson basically was trying to say, so what has hip hop still done for the community? What schools, what hospitals, what organizations, what resources, besides a motherfucker making money for themselves and not doing nothing for their community? Or you got the few that do. What has hip hop really done for our community? Besides cause nothing but death and turmoil. He ain't talking about the when it started from its inception. He's talking about now what it turned into. He was asking what has it done. He was like, well, maybe if we could have kept it that way, but then we couldn't keep it that way because we don't own no record label. That's how that's why a lot of conscious music got pushed to the side. That's why I asked that question about, man, where's the R&B? If you notice, bro, there's no more R&B. You don't hear nobody singing no more too much. You know what I'm saying? Not really, especially not no groups. You don't hear that too much. You don't really get no R&B music. Everything is rapping, or you get rappers that singing or trying to do that. That harmonizing. You know what I'm saying, with the auto tone or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're getting now, and it's focused more towards hip hop. And that's the genre that they put all that in. Or did you say Diablo? Hip hop and rap is the new influence, right? And the thing, see, and again, they promote nothing but the destruction, nothing but death, nothing but BS, nothing but the fast living, nothing but the cars, the women, the drugs. You feel me? Especially when you listen to the youth rap, and that's basically what they talk about, because they listen to the older. Well, I ain't gonna say too much older, but and I ain't gonna say like back in the day, man, all rap was constructive, because we had our certain people who got in where they what I'm saying, and did how they did. But I don't think it was as violent. I think it was more of a story, more paint pictures than actual having to be the person that's living this story that you're rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Now I think they try to partake more of being the person that they actually telling the stories about, when they rapping about. So they not just rapping about no random person. They rapping about the shit that they doing now. So now they got to get out here in these streets with guns and rob people, steal cars, pop the pills, smoke the weed, drink the lean, hang out, do whatever, they think they need to do to be in these streets, bro, and they steady getting younger and younger, younger and younger. You know what I'm saying? What's that link to, master teacher? What's this link to?
I was trying to find an article. You can watch it, but you're talking. You remind me of so a science experiment that I talk to my students about, especially ones that are being reformed from the different situations, and many other people. It's called the Masaru Emoto water experiments. They call it water experiments because it's measuring how they're affected by sound waves. One of what you're talking about. What we take into our body is what we eventually become, kind of like what you eat. We always talk about that with different foods and detoxing and stuff, right? So if you watch the video and get a chance, you'll see that different sound waves, whether it's hip hop, heavy metal, jazz, symphony, they make different types of snowflakes and pattern. Now imagine how that works on the brain. And there's articles on that too. So I'll try to find an article that shows it in reading form, but if you get a chance, anybody check out the link, you'll see that it plays different frequencies of sound, and you'll see some snowflakes look like they're healthy, whereas others like they're decaying.
Yeah, I actually played a couple of things about that too, about how sound waves and energy waves, how I forgot the brother name. He went into the tomb, and it was like a little like a pot or a container in the center of the room, and they placed a device in it, and the vibration, you know what I'm saying, and the energy and shit. Then he had a bad back. He came back and he went in there with the same room and the vibration, and it cleared his back up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, back in the day, man, the original instrument that we known as a guitar, that we call a guitar. You know, I forgot what the instrument was called, but you used to lay on your back or you lay on your stomach, and they used to place this instrument, you know what I'm saying, on your chest, on your back, and they used to pluck the strings to break up the mucus inside of your system, in your respiratory. You know what I'm saying? They'll lay it on you and they'll pluck the strings, and the vibration would break up the mucus that was inside of you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, there's a lot of things that we don't know. It's a lot of things we need to get into and get involved with. But if y'all get a chance, man, check this link out. Master Teacher always got the dopest links, man, and the dopest things to be, you know what I'm saying? Hey, well, be in the conversation, period. Hey, and also, man, hey, all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for tuning in, man. We in that hour mark. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hope y'all ain't sleep on me, man. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Build a conversation, man. We in the building, you know what I'm saying? It's your man, the con, man. You feel me? Hey, I got another yeah, man, most definitely Diablo bring our R&B back. And check this shit out, man. So now this is a little white boy. 16-year-old boy lured three men to a grassy field to show them a Glock switch work and then shot them to death. Let me see if y'all can you might not be able to see him on the camera, but anyway. But Caden Smith,
You got the green screen. You probably got to show the link later.
yeah. Caden Smith, Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. A jury in Indiana convicted a man who was just 16 when he murdered three people while he was showing them how to turn a Glock into a machine gun. Caden Smith, now 19, was found guilty Friday on 3 counts of murder, robbery, dangerous possession of a machine gun, and possession of methamphetamine, amongst other charges, the Marion County Prosecutor's Office said in a press release. He killed Abdullah Mubarak, 17, Joseph Thomas, 18, and Michael James, 22. On October the 12th, 2021, an officer with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department found three men dead suffering from gunshot wounds in a path filled with tall grass near the 4400 block of South Meriden Street. Investigators recovered several spent shell cases at the scene. Cops later learned via text messages that Smith lured the men to the field over 2 nights to show them a Glock switch or how a Glock switch works. The switch turns the semi-automatic firearm into a machine gun. Smith uses the opportunity to murder all three men so he could rob them, per prosecutors. Detectives identified Smith as the suspect and found the murder weapon at his home. Abdullah, Joseph, and Michael families will never be able to see them grow up and live their lives. Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Myers said in a statement, "This verdict solidifies that Smith will likely spend the rest of his life in prison for the crimes he committed." So he did this 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, and they just not commend him on a crime. He was 16, now he 19. But man, you look, come on, bro. You, this is what I'm saying. You know, they like to talk about the shit that we do. You know, and I'm not listen, and this ain't for comparative, but none of this shit. I'm talking about the youth period. It's a little 16-year-old white boy. He ain't doing that shit because he got it from no black person or he learned this shit from no black person. We don't build guns. We don't ship guns. We don't distribute guns. None of this shit. I'm surprised we got as many guns as we got because it's so hard for us to get them, to be honest with you. But it ain't that hard, apparently. You know what I'm saying? He was 16, man. Led these three men in the field, bro, to show them how the switch worked and shot him so he can rob. Like, what's going on? What's going on? It's too much, man. Also, did you hear about the CTA bus driver? Former CTA bus driver gets probation for shooting another car during a road rage incident on his Kennedy Expressway. Like this shit is crazy, bro. She was a former CTA bus driver, shot another driver car on the Kennedy Expressway and has been sentenced to probation according to the court records. Lock her ass up. Brandy Jolivet, 44, faced 2 counts of attempt murder in the case, which stemmed from an incident on the outbound lanes in the June 2022. But the prosecutors dropped the charges in a deal that she pled guilty. Ain't this hold on. Let me get that off. Okay, drop the charges. Wait, hold on, man. Come off the screen. Okay, that she pled guilty to the remaining counts: aggravated discharge of a firearm towards an occupied vehicle and reckless discharge of a firearm. Prosecutors claims Jolivet, um, who was off duty at the time, became angry because another driver wouldn't let her into his lane. The 55-year-old man reported seeing Jolivet red Mercedes SUV driving erratically as it approached him from behind, weaving in and out, and then trying to cut him off when he would not let her merge. Prosecutors allege as the car approached Addison, the man heard the Mercedes driver yell, "Bitch," and then heard a poppy sound at his rear view mirror and his rear window shattered. The victim pulled over and called the police. What, lady? Why? Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, man, what be going on with people?
I told
Bro,
you this is what it is.
And don't get me wrong. Hey, listen, y'all. And I ain't gonna even stunt. I ain't gonna even act like I ain't never been. But I ain't pulling out no gun, ready to shoot nobody when I'm in traffic. I might cuss, yell, holler. You know what I'm saying? Hit the steering wheel. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do something like that. But for my mind to go, let me grab my you know what I'm saying, my firearm and let me discharge it at another vehicle that ain't really done nothing to me or really brought no harm to me. You know what I'm saying? And they really following and abiding the law the whole time.
You
You
talking about
know,
conflict resolution, but now everybody's trained on that one.
like that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hey man, the shit we do. Oh, it said, y'all, here go your boy Biden. It's a judge blocks Biden administration from granting legal status to spouses of U.S. citizens. It says a federal judge. Yeah, man, because and I actually, that's crazy, man. That's crazy because well, that shit been going on for a long time. That's been going on for a long time. A federal judge in Texas on Monday temporarily blocked the Biden administration from granting legal status to unauthorized immigrants married to American citizens, granting a request from 16 Republicans led states who challenged the new policy. The order by the district court judge J. Campbell Barker effectively brings to a halt a large immigration program that opened just last week to an estimated 500,000 immigrants living in the U.S. without legal status. While preliminary and temporary, the ruling is also an early blow to one of the two major moves taken by President Biden in June on immigration, a top campaign issue in the 2024 race for president. Announced just weeks after another executive action that has greatly curtailed access to asylum at the southern border. The program known as Keeping Families Together was announced as a measure to address the plight of some of the undocumented immigrants who live in the U.S. for years in legal limbo. The policy allows unauthorized immigrants to apply for temporary work permits and deportation protection under an immigration benefit known as parole if they are married to U.S. citizens, have lived in the country for at least 10 years, and passed background checks. The program is also open to undocumented stepchildren of U.S. citizens. Those with felony convictions are ineligible for the process. Um, Most importantly, the program also um, unlocks a streamlined pathway to permanent residency and after several years of U.S. citizenship for eligible immigrants. It said that immigrants, including those living in the U.S. illegally, can get a green card if they marry an American citizen, but the U.S. law generally requires those who enter the U.S. illegally to leave the country and re-enter legally to be eligible for a green card. Doing so, however, can trigger a 3 to 10 year ban from the U.S., prompting, I'm sorry, many mixed status families not to pursue that option. While Biden administration has argued its initiative promotes only family unity in households that include U.S. citizens, Texas and other Republican-controlled states said in a lawsuit filed Friday that the policy rewards illegal immigration. The red states, which have challenged nearly every major Biden administration immigration move, said the policies misuse the immigration's parole authority. On Monday, Barker, the federal judge in Texas appointed by former President Donald Trump, issued an administrative order prohibiting the Department of Homeland Security from granting parole to those applying for keeping families together. Barker made his order valid 14 days, but he suggested he could extend it. While they can't approve them, federal officials can continue accepting applications under the program. The Department of Homeland Security spokesman, Nari Kadudat, confirmed on Tuesday that the agency has stopped approving cases under the process. Keeping families together enables the U.S. citizens and their family members to live without fear of separation, consistent with the fundamentals of American values. Kadudat said the Department of Homeland Security will comply with the court's decision, including continuing to accept applications while defending the keeping the families together in court. Former Trump White House immigration advisor Stephen Miller, whose group America's First Legal joined the lawsuit filed by Texas and the other GOP-led states, praised Monday's court order. This is a huge victory in our courtroom battle to block the Biden-Harris executive flat, giving over 1 million illegal aliens the path to U.S. Citizenship, Miller said in a statement. So that's pretty interesting. Because we always talk about this migrant situation in this migrant case. So now they putting a stop on it. So like if we catch one and we get one and we marry one and you know, but and then I get to keeping the families together shit too, because if we happen to get one that we like and we what I'm saying, knock them up and then they got to get deported or vice versa, or one of the ladies get knocked up and now he got to get deported. But again, the illegal part, man, the how they getting here, why they getting here, man, I ain't gonna man, look, it's and this, what's crazy, Master Teacher, these so-called illegal immigrants that came over here, man, y'all gave them money, man, bro, they doing all the door dashes, all the Ubers, all the lifts, bro, they out here getting to it, bro. They getting to it. They coming over here, man, and they getting to it. I ain't gonna lie, they getting to it. They getting to it. They doing any and everything that they can. You know what I'm saying? To get some type of funds for themselves. On top of the funds that's already being, what I'm saying, given to them. We can't keep making excuses, bro. But to speak on that, I do like that bill. You know, just because you marry a motherfucker don't mean you're a United States citizen. You know what I'm saying? I do like that bill to a certain extent, man. We still got to keep this infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Our infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? As a melanated American, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an African American because I ain't never been to the continent. You know what I'm saying? I might have ancestorship linked to the continent, but I'm a melanated American. I'm from here. You know what I'm saying? My people's from here. My people's from here. My people's is from here. That's like 5, 6 generations. So I'm a melanated American. I'm not gonna say I'm an indigenous American because I'm pretty sure there was just people of color here before. You know what I'm saying? The melanated American got here and before also the so-called Caucasian American got here. So again, I'm a melanated American, man. I'm not an African American. So I still believe in this infrastructure. Like I say, all we need to do is just implement us inside of this infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? But I still believe in this place, man, because I'm from this place. Not to the point where I'm trying to go join this military or I'm trying to go. The freedoms and some of the opportunities that's provided here in the United States of America, this corporation that we belong to. You know what I'm saying? I like it. And I don't want to go nowhere else. So, I just want my people to make claim and stake in it. You know what I'm saying?
You a
So we
part
can
of the
go.
corporation regardless, though.
Yeah. Oh, of course, of course. I mean, I know we are part of the corporation. Shit, we the stock, we the commodity of the corporation. But if we
Okay.
could turn that, and we just got to learn how to turn our stock and commodity into wealth, man, and growth. You know what I'm saying? We
It's
we
called
we, we
intellectual
got
property.
yeah, we got to figure that shit out, man. And but because like I say, man, these illegal immigrants coming over here, man, they getting to it, bro. Like I say, they doing all the lifts, they doing all the DoorDash, they doing all the Uber Eats on top of the funds that they get. And then like he said, it's probably like 1 million of them here now. Come on, man. We can't, come on, man. And we was checking that bag and we had things in places and we was doing shit that we was supposed to been doing. A lot of them would be employed by us. Instead of independent contractors employed by themselves serving you while you mad because you could be doing the same thing they doing. Probably can't be receiving the money that they getting from the government programs, but you could be doing the same thing they doing. Get out here and hustle. Get out here and bustle. Get out here and move. You know what I'm saying? I know
But
a
from
brother
there,
right now.
they might be thinking, bro, not to cut you. They might be thinking that we're lazy, and
Yeah,
we
most
got
definitely, man.
and we're just like our situation, and we're just complaining from the bleachers.
Yeah,
I've
that's true.
talked to somebody who have that perspective, like, okay, flip it. We got this money, but we don't use it up. One dude asked me, "What'd you do with your stimulus?" I was like, "I paid some bill." See, my family, and he talk like that, and it's like they group up in housing together, and they put their pot, they put every money in the pot, everybody's money in the pot, and they work it out. It's different for us though. You trying
Yeah,
to make sure somebody don't steal from you over here.
he said they getting like a G in the link. Damn, they getting like a grand in link. Yeah, man, they getting a lot of money in link. But still, you know what? But that's okay. I don't even care about what they giving them. I'm more concerned about why we complaining about a lot of shit when we could be changing our own, what I'm saying, our own narrative. You know, even with this blocking of this
That's the point I was making. Yeah.
yeah, even with the blocking of this, I find that we just using this immigrant and migrant situation as a deterrent or as an excuse as to why we ain't doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, yeah, I get tired of seeing these motherfuckers in the hood in our community, man. Like, hey, y'all ass back to Venezuela where y'all from type shit. But but you can just freely come here. They country ain't finna come get them and look for them. We can't go, we can't do that. If we go somewhere, guess what? You got 3 months to bring your ass back to the United States. Literally. You can't be gone out of the States for too long.
Yeah, you lose your protection as an American.
Mm-hmm.
You lose the benefits you think you don't got, but you don't know that until you get your passport and travel a little bit. It's kind of like being a Mason. You got to travel a little bit to see if it's valuable or not.
And I bet y'all don't know it's a passport. You could use your passport as a tax exempt.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's a lot of little, tricks of the trade, man. Y'all got to do y'all due diligence, man. Do y'all studying. You know,
Loophole.
Yeah, a lot of loopholes, And then don't get me wrong, man. I know a lot of motherfuckers throw a lot of little fun facts and a lot of shit up out there, man. People don't be knowing, but man, if you listen, you can find out what's for real and what's true and what's not. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to think. You know. Hey, but man, it's I got the link in the chat, man. I could let me put that link back in the chat, man. Anybody out there, man, on the stream, man, you're more than welcome to come in. You're more than welcome to come in. You're more than welcome to put your 2, your 3, your
Don't be shy. Jump in.
yeah, 5 cents. Don't be shy, man. This ain't a controlled conversation. To where we don't bounce around and don't get around, man. It's whatever come up, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever come up. But right now, also, man, it's an 11-year-old girl missing, man. I want to read this too. An 11-year-old girl reported missing on the Chicago South Side. So she went missing from the 63rd and King Drive area. She's an 11-year-old girl. Please, if anybody out here in the Chicagoland area, man, if y'all can look up this article and read this article, if y'all in that area, or if y'all be riding past, man, if y'all see this little girl, please be looking out. You know what I'm saying? So we can get this young lady back home safely. Hopefully ain't nothing happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Again, let's send our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditation to this young lady's family. An 11-year-old girl missing on the south side of Chicago, last seen Saturday. Her name is, what was her name? I'm sorry. Her name is Tiana Green. Was last spotted on 63rd block of King Drive. Green, 5'2", 105 pounds with brown eyes. Black hair, was wearing a blue Chicago Bears jersey, black pants, and white gym shoes. Anyone information is asked to call 911 or detectives at 312-747-8380. So if anybody, man, her name is Tiana Green. She was seen on 63rd and King Drive. That was the last spot. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling, what could have happened. Hopefully ain't nothing too much bad happen. You know what I'm saying, to the young lady. You know what I'm saying? But we want to find her, man, and get her back home safe to her family. You know what I'm saying? And man.
That was an act of code of conduct. You're trying to look out for the community by sharing that information. Good job, sir.
Yeah, man. Let's get this young lady back.
Good. Put the link in the chat so they can stay abreast.
Yeah. But I ain't even got the link. I got this off my news site. Hey, man, this is so crazy because I just said, do you remember the little girl, Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah, that's an oldie.
Yeah. She got a black guy. She got a black boyfriend, and they talking about some she going to college and they need help. Honey Boo Boo on the brink of homelessness in college due to boyfriend. I need help. I don't even want to read the article, but it just came up. That's it. Like, I'm like, Honey Boo Boo going to college. She got a black guy. Oh wow.
You get a black guy from anybody, but I mean, all right.
I know. I'm just saying, man. But yeah, man. It was something else I just seen that I wanted to say. Oh, Mariah Carey, y'all. Mariah Carey. I don't know if y'all heard about this. Mariah Carey, her mom and her sister, they both passed on the same day. I've been hearing a lot of BS on the internet, a lot of too early stuff on the internet, a lot of things that that shouldn't been said on the internet, a lot of
Bearded conspiracies.
with the satanic shit on the internet. I was actually watching earlier. I was actually watching a publication, bro, and it had her sister, and her sister was on there talking about how her mom took her to places where they were Satanists, and the youngest child that she seen that was stabbed was like 2 years old and stuff like that. It's a video that it's been out and it's been resurfaced, and she was talking about she was suing Mariah Carey for like $1.2 million because of a memoir book that I guess Mariah Carey had released or something like that. I'm not sure about exactly, what I'm saying, how that story went, but it's to that effect. But I do know that her mom and her sister passed on the same day. So the article says Mariah Carey mom and sister die on the same day. Tragic turn of events as heartbroken star releases a statement. The fantasy singer issued a statement on Monday revealing she lost both of her relatives in a tragic turn of events. Yeah, you ain't into it. My heart is broken that I have lost my mother this past weekend. Mariah, 55, said in a statement to the people. Sadly, in a tragic turn of events, my sister lost her life on the same day. I feel blessed that I was able to spend the last week with my mom before she passed. I appreciate everyone's love and support and respect for my privacy during my impossible time. The cause of death for Mariah's 87-year-old mom, Patricia, and 63-year-old sister, Allison, is yet to be released. Allison, close friend and carer, however, has said she has struggled with her health in recent weeks. Allison was on home hospice care for the last 3 weeks of her life. Paul Dave Barker told the U.S. Sun. He went to the ad. He went on to add the superstar sister had a problem with internal organs. Beneath the tough exterior, Allison has a highly intelligent, warm, and sensitive person. Dave continued. I known her for 9 years. She was a friend of recent. But yeah, man, I just want to send thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations out to Mariah Carey, man, to her family, man. Let's keep her covered and bless y'all. Let's, you know what I'm saying? However y'all do it. I know we can't reach out to her personally, but we can still do that. Yeah, man, I've been hearing a lot of BS, man. A lot of people been saying sacrifices, a lot of people been saying Illuminati, a lot of people saying she's a Satan worshiper, man. I've been hearing a lot of things, And for me, even if that shit is true, you know, um, I think it's just too early. Even if it was a sacrifice, or even if but if a person's coming out to the public, even if it is for playing, they telling you that, I appreciate the support, and I'm grieving, let it be that. You know what I'm saying? Let it be that. Because what's in the dark gonna come to the light eventually. So for and we already know what scripts and what playing is, but so we shouldn't just attack every situation as if it's scripted. I get it, but sometimes let it play out. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that this is that type of situation with Mariah Carey, bro. Because like I said, I done heard a lot of crazy things about saying the death. Because people, what is the odds of her mother? You know what I'm saying? And her sister dying on the same day, and her sister had a $1.2 million lawsuit out against her. For defamation, I believe. Um, but yeah, man, like let it be that. Let it be her grieving. Let it be her loss. Let her be, content with trying to be consoled. All this Satanists and Illuminati and sacrificial. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's for the media, it's for the people, it's for the public, it's something to talk about, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, because it gives me some shit to talk about sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? Especially whether I bring it to the show or whether I'm talking about it with somebody else. You know what I'm saying, as a teacher? But again, I don't like, just like yesterday when I was speaking about Jesse Jackson. I could have griped on a lot of the because a lot of people thought he was a great man. I'm not gonna say he's not a great man, but I could have talked about a lot of the controversy and the bad things that I thought he was into. But he on the last leg of his life. Let's honor the man because he was a great man. You know what I'm saying? Mariah Carey's grieving. She lost the mother, she lost the sister. Let's be supportive towards that versus trying to tear the fuck down because of some Satanist shit or some Illuminati or some sacrificial shit that you might think she's involved in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to each his own. And and I tell a lot of people this. Y'all know we use Christians used to do sacrifices too. Y'all forgot when God told Abraham, grab your son and bring him up here and put him on this stone slab to show me that you down for the cause. Oh, children were sacrificed. A lot of nah, I ain't gonna, yes, I am. A lot of Indian culture, children were sacrificed, hearts were cut out. Children were pure, or seen as pure. So that's why children most time were sacrifices. And a lot of pagan mythology and things of that nature. You get animals because um, that's how we could explain. Again, like I said, how we get our most of our intellectual and most of our military tactics from the animals, from observing nature and doing things in nature. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother put in that blood sacrifices. So, during that time it was animals. But I'm not going to say those people that their children were civilized, because I don't think that's no type of civilization to be sacrificing a child. But as culture became more civilized and linguistical, meaning having language and more spiritual, trying to understand things in not a pagan way, which wasn't nothing wrong with it, because paganism was the best way that they knew how to internalize and envision what they thought was going on. And it's still and paganism, believe it or not, or whether you want to believe it or not, is still instituted in most of your religious organizations, whether you want to see it or not.
Well, yeah, you hitting on what we talked about. You going there? We always talk about how religion and science were one. And I talked to an old Leo classmate, a mighty Leo Catholics high school class of '98. He was like, I
My
was like, I told him.
nephew,
He
my
said, "What?"
nephew, my nephew go there now.
Yeah,
Good friend.
okay, cool. I hope you enjoy the experience. But no, I mean, like, I was like, bro, I gotta tell you, he's amazing too. I was like, some people think I'm an atheist or something because I do science. He was like, nah, I know you. That's not it. They don't even listen to what you're talking about. You be just challenging their ideas. And we got to take that with a grain of salt with most people, because we're on this earth together. And I may be just saying things to challenge what you think. And maybe you can give me something to challenge what I think, but I don't know until I challenge you. But when we come down to the challenge, it's, why are you using all that science? It must be demonic. It must be Illuminati. No, bro. A lot of things talking about in paganism, it came because those witches, those sorcerers, or those whatevers in paganism, they understood which chemicals to mix. They had a mortar and a pestle. They grinded it up. It was like Full Metal Alchemist back in the day. And that's the science part, chemistry, actually, alchemy. But it's been separated in religion because you have people who want more on the side of their ego, titles, power, without having to go through the rites of passage to learn these things that are scientific. So you're right. It's still institutionalized in these organizations, especially the Catholic archdiocese arm. Um, we talked about how much I learned dealing with him, but you got to just think about it. Like, we remove it because it's a lot of leg lifting, a lot of heavy work trying to understand it and also still be spiritual at the same time. So
Yeah.
let's take the shortcut, right? We just finesse it or fake it till we make it, as our elders say.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what the hell we do. That's what the hell we do, man. Hey, man, what y'all thought about this heat, man? It's been hot for the past couple of days, man. I just seen that a couple of schools had closed early, and they shut down a couple of sports and not school activities because of the extreme heat. Man, it was kind of hot today. So
105, yeah.
yeah, I guess this rain is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I guess the rain is a blessing. Hey, did you hear about this? A judge ordered that all copies of Wu Tang Once Upon a Time be turned over to its former sole owner.
No, I didn't hear about that one. Whoa.
And
Maybe
yeah,
we
bro.
look up the track. Like, what happened?
So the article go Dane Dash works diligently to auction off his stake in Rockefeller. The courts have, although unintentionally, upheld the rarity value of a piece of hip hop history involving Wu Tang Clan. According to Billboard, the iconic rap group supposed fan turn legal foe Martin Shirelli has ordered to hand over any and all copies of Wu Tang exclusive album Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. Back in 2021, the government reportedly seized it from Shirelli, the project's former sole owner. The actions was allegedly tied to Shirelli's 2018 security fraud convictions, in which he was subject to a $7.4 million judgment. However, even after the body of work was purchased by digital art company Pleasure Dow, Shirelli seemed to still have access to the recordings as heard in his past live streams. Now a judge has reportedly ruled in Pleasure Dow's favor in order to retain its one nature and enforce punishment over Shirelli's violation of original purchase agreement terms and forfeiture order. He has been prohibited from processing, using, dismantling, or selling any interest in the album. In court documents, this also applied to its data and files or consents of the album, or in any way causing the further damage to the plaintiff respecting the album. Shirelli has until Friday, August 30th to sequester and turn over all his copies in any form. The court has also required Shirelli to file an affidavit disclosing the information regarding alleged copies to Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, people he might have given it to, and the money he might have made from distribution. My bad, distributing or playing the album. But he has until September 30th to submit that filing with the courts. Wu Tang is for the children and now apparently law abiding citizens. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, like for real, over an album, bro. Hey, man, like you say, these intellectual property, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit is important.
It's the
You,
greatest
you
asset. Yeah.
the masters to your music and anything that's important. Just like these publications that I'm doing, man. This shit is important. I need to save, put these in the archives, put them on a. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta go get me a car, man. I gotta save these, put them on the archive, so when I'm gone, man, the kids can pop them back
Get you an
in and look.
external hard drive and download all your clips from YouTube. Put it on there. It'd be like a time capsule. It costs about
Uh,
$100 to get enough space. I'll show you how to do it.
okay, yeah, I was gonna
Clear.
say it. Next time I get some money, I'm gonna buy one and you can hook it up. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can get it from Amazon Prime or whatever. Like $100 probably gets you what, a 3, 4, 5 terabyte drive. That's more than enough space to collect all of your data, all your live videos, and be like, hey, check out this safe.
Yep,
Here's
yep.
what I left you.
Most definitely, most definitely. So I'm on that ASAP. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, all the works, man, that we do, man. Like it's important to keep it and own it. You know what I'm saying? And do the right things with it. You know. And then you got to think about it. Like we talked about this too once upon a time. When you selling your masters, if you selling them for 50 million, how much you think they gonna make off of them? You got to think about movies, commercials, publications forever that they gonna be using this shit with.
Yeah.
You know. But you gave it up for a lump sum. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and I ain't saying you shouldn't.
You gotta do what you gotta do in the end of it all. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? If that's for you, it's for you. But me personally, that's not something that I would. You know what I'm saying? I would want to do. You know what I'm saying? And then, but even within that, if you don't sell your masters, now you got to be able to see. Now he go back to the beginning of the publication, man. You got to do this footwork. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out here. You got to shop around. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to certain corporations. You got to go to certain companies. You know what I'm saying? You got to say, well, look, you know what I'm saying? You think you can use this in the jingle here? You think this intro that I had on this album? You think this can open up here? You got to go to these directors of this movie. Oh man, you shooting this type of movie? Look, I got the perfect song that I made in such, and I think it'll fit here. You know what I'm saying? You got to start shopping around. Because that's what they doing, but not necessarily because they and play with certain people, and certain people may, man, look, I need this, and they be like, all right, I got this handy, look, and let me shoot this over to you, and they getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? But if you doing it yourself and you keeping your masters and you want that shit to work and grow for you and keep bringing you residual, you got to shop it around. You got to get out here and beat these streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get into some of these people's ears. You know what I'm saying? And don't burn no bridges. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to do shit without burning bridges. You can still keep your masters and don't burn no bridges. Though a lot of people try to go about it, you know what I'm saying, and they do it the wrong way. And now you can't do nothing when you get out here. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to burn no bridges. You know what I'm saying? We still want to keep all lines of communication open for residual income. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important part. I ain't saying you got to turn around and do all that other crazy shit that's out here going on, but you know what I'm saying? Just be respectable and don't burn no bridges, man. All open lines of communication is important and accepted and respected as long as it's done in a cordial and most respectful way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hey, it's Toxic Tuesday. We in the building, man. I appreciate everybody for coming in. We still got a little time left. I just want to let everybody know, man. All my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's always a pleasure and a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, man. Big ups to the best moderators in the gang. Y'all know who they be. I ain't got to mention them. I got a few of them in the building and one on the panel, man. Big ups to all my moderators. And don't forget to share the content with those you know. Don't forget to share the content with those you don't. Also, don't forget to follow your boy, man, on all social media platforms, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. And when you get here, you know what to do. You You know what I'm saying? They spread the word, build a conversation, man. We trying to take over the airways. We trying to paint a new narrative, bring some new Picassos, some new Michelangelos in the fold. You know what I'm saying? And make a change for the communities, man. Make a change for the people. You know what I'm saying? Not just my people, man, but all people. But starting with my people first, you feel me? So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Toxic Tuesdays. We trying to change this toxic mindset. You know what I'm saying? You know, the things that we doing, man, we trying to just on a recap, we just trying to change the shit, man. We just trying to get out with the old, in with the new. You know what I'm saying? Also with the negativity and the pessimistic shit, man, let that shit go too, man. It's time to be opportunistic. You know what I'm saying? It's time to take chances. It's time to be risk takers. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get involved. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking about beating your feet to the street all day in certain situations, circumstances. See how it all come back to fold. We got to learn how to beat our feet, man. We got to learn how to do our proper vetting. We got to learn to do diligence. Listen, ain't shit. Hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. Everybody that say, man, we can't do this and we can't do that, and if we try, it's gonna fall, it's gonna fail. They're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. Yeah, Rome. It happened in Rome too. Rome wasn't built in a day. You got to realize all great civilizations had a rise and a fall. You feel me? All great civilizations had a rise and a fall. Now it's time for our great civilization to have a rise. We ain't never had a rise. We always had a fail, not even a fall, because we ain't risen to fall. You know what I'm saying? It was just always put forth and maintained for us to fail and not even to acquire or even want to. So we got to change that toxic mindset, man. We got to get out of that thinking. We got to get out of that unbelief. You know what I'm saying? We got to find common shit that brings us together. You know, I'm not gonna say ain't nothing wrong with being separated and divided. I'm not gonna go against or for that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know my philosophy and ideology. I say disband and get rid of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of all that religious shit that y'all thinking about. Get rid of all that old thinking. Get rid of all that old shit that you learned. It's time to hit that button, reprogram, and learn something new, learn something different, come into the fold, and let's rise. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the highest point on this totem pole. You know what I'm saying? So the higher ups can see us. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about establishing some type of motherfucking organization, baby, inside of this motherfucker, man. We need it, man. We need it to the fullest, man. So again, it starts here with y'all, man. Like with Master Teacher, man. I got this brother on a special project that he don't even know he finna be on. You know what I'm saying? You, like I say, you, me, L Boogie, man. I'm bringing the doc aboard. I'm looking for one more person. Um, Once I get this 501c3, man, and we're gonna start making things move. Also, y'all know I done told the people, man, that I'm gonna try to run for all of them in 2028. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of paperwork involved, it's a lot of footwork involved. I got a few people in the community that's involved. Also, I just found out that I can get the brother that run the organization that I coach for involved. He actually know the prior alderman, you know what I'm saying? And he really don't, I ain't gonna say what, but yeah. So I think I can do it, man. If I can get some segue and some foot off the ground, man, I think I can do it. Also, man, don't forget y'all see it flashing across that screen, man. Donate to your boy, donate to the cause. So, you know what I'm saying, man. Y'all need to get that cash out, run that cash app up, man. Everybody out there, share that content, man. Share this content and tell them to run that cash app up. Because when I do run, I know I'm gonna need this support. I know I'm gonna need this money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I promise you, man. Hey, I'm gonna do for the community, and I'm gonna put back. I'm most definitely gonna put back. I even told the brother today. I told the brother, man, when I come into some money, man, enough money, man, I'm gonna get you an endo facility. He got to saying how, you know what I'm saying, they were supposed to have a field and things like that of that nature over there, and that's what got me into talking to the brother. And it was like, well, I'm trying to. I ain't gonna say trying. I was thinking and I had thought about running for alderman, and I decided to do so. So he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So maybe we can bring that football field and lights over there to the park where we practice at. Because it ain't too many things over this side of town where I'm at, bro. For kids, it ain't too many centers or community programs or spaces with open gyms that the kids can go into. You know what I'm saying? Not only a gym, maybe swim, work out. And then after that, maybe some computer rooms where they can go and learn how to code and stuff like that. I want to get into that too. I want to get some people that know how to code. So we got a lot of kids that want to play these games. So guess what? While they in the house playing these video games, we could be teaching them how to make these video games. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different avenues and resources out here that we can take, bro. You know what I'm saying? We talk bad about our kids sitting up and playing the video game, but guess what? Get them into some coding. Get them into some coding to make the video games. You know what I'm saying? If they playing them that much, maybe they'll be interested in it. And hopefully, what I'm saying, like I say, I can provide this, what I'm saying, if I do get this get the candidacy for the alderman. Even if I don't, what I'm saying, once my name get out there and the support start coming, maybe I can get some fundraising and some sponsorship to actually get a facility to where, what I'm saying, we can put something like this on this side of town where we can present these type of resources and opportunities to the youth, and not only the youth but the middle age and the old as well. What I'm saying, and put these things inside of this community and see how it go and see how it grow and take care of it. Make sure we nurture it. Make sure the men nurture it. What I'm saying, make sure the women nurture it. What I'm saying, so that it can be a staple and that it can stay. And then we implement this code of conduct and we can put this in other communities, and now we can make it a network, you know and grow it, and push it, and then now it's in another state. You know what I'm saying? Where I know master teacher do a lot of teaching, where I can pay for him to go get certificates to where he don't have to teach, where he can just facilitate and organize events where he can bring other people in and do things like that of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Or the doc where she ain't gotta go up, get up and go to. I mean, they probably still gonna teach and do what. But I'm just saying, but not just them, but anybody that want an opportunity. We can build that and present that and make it happen. That's one of the things that I'm trying to work on for the people. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't try to be up here talking. I move slow just like anybody else, but I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shit like that, man. I'm trying to get shit like that growing. Also, man, support, hey man, hashtag USPAP, United States Pan African Political Party, man. I know motherfuckers would be like with the Pan African and all that. But listen, man, I'm in the United States, man, which I'm a resident of. You know what I'm saying? My bad, United States Pan African Melanated Political Party. You know what I'm saying? Pan Africanism. Hey, I know a lot of us don't like that word, and we see that shit and we try to equate it to the conscious community, but Pan Africanism is a staple for uh, economics. That's all that it really means. It's economics. If we want to break it down and get to the nitty gritty, man, it's economics. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say United States Pan African Melanated Political Party, because y'all know I asked that question: who are we? What should we call ourselves? You know what I'm saying? We should be the Melanated Nation or Melanation. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. If you got a better name, come up with it. Just like I tell you with the United States Pan African Melanated Political Party. If you got a better name, come up with it. But we need to start growing these things. We need to start be thinking about these things. We need to start deciding who's going to be the council, who's going to be our elders, who are we going to promote next, who are we going to put in the forefront next to do the things that we need to do. We need to decide who we finna start grooming. That's why, what I'm saying, I want to try to get into these things so I can try to present these opportunities and open up some of these doorways, and maybe I can be a gatekeeper to success instead of a gatekeeper into failure. With that being said, man, you know what it is, man. It's Bearded Conversation. Today was Toxic Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We trying to change that toxic mindset, you know what I'm saying, which sucks for my people. We trying to change this culture. We attached to this hip hop shit, but you know what I'm saying? Guess what? We gonna take it and we gonna make it great again. You know what I'm saying? Just like Trump trying to do America. But with that being said, man, I done spoke too much, man. As a teacher, man, tell the people something so we can go ahead and get up out of here.
You something else. I think you hit on everything. You stole all the thunder. You didn't leave me nothing. I gotta say, it's great that you're powerful with the topics you bring up and how informed you are for your research. But I just need you to keep in mind that not all the time people are gonna agree with you, and you shouldn't always bring in the information across like it's just, oh, it's no change. The change is you. The change is other people like myself trying to get the message out there. And I think we're in a unique time where we have platforms we can talk to each other and actually probably reach a greater level. So keep a positive mindset. What you're doing, bro. I'm always going to support you. And, just always try to keep it in the back of your mind. I am making a change in doing what I do. Even trying to do what you're doing, you don't even know what you're doing. It's crazy. It's powerful. But that just shows how powerful human beings can be at the end of the day. Love you, bro. Talk to you later. Probably see you tomorrow.
Thank you, brother, man. It's always a pleasure when Master Teacher hits the panel, man. I love the support. Appreciate your support, man. Appreciate everything you do for me, bro. Hey, you know, man, with that being said, man, y'all know it's time to get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for joining me in another great episode of Bearded Conversation, man. I think tonight was real powerful. I think it was needed, much needed. You know what I'm saying? There's many in most of the conversations that we have here on Bearded Conversation. But with that being said, man, like the brother to my far left would say, all superheroes don't wear capes. And as the brother to my immediate left would use to say, they still need their theme music. So it's time to get my superheroes, man, my fellow Beardonians and my beautiful people, they superhero theme music so we can get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Even though Miss CC ain't in the building, I know she like this one. Hey, man. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good night, good night, good night. Grand rising to all my melanated brothers and sisters and to all my overseas brothers and sisters, man. It's always a pleasure. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another great episode of Bearded Conversation. Y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Beard Gang. It's Khan, aka BGK, BKA, the Khan Man. Hey, man. Also, don't forget to check out them establishments, man. That's Lynn Chicago Pizza. That's Cafe with Grown Folks Play. You know what it is, man. Also, Dan Soul Food and Bakery, Urban Lunch Cafe. You know what I'm saying? In the House of Health and Wellness, man. And when you get there, don't forget to let them know. Bearded Conversation Center, man. Hey, and don't forget to check your boys out every Monday through Thursday, 9 to 11, 9 p.m. Central, man. Don't forget to check me out. Don't forget to check me out. And when you get here, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video, man. Y'all know what it is on Bearded Conversation, man. Like I tell y'all every night, man, I love y'all. And without y'all, it wouldn't be no us here on Bearded Conversation. Also, man, big ups to the co-hosts with the mostest, man, my little one AJ, and big ups to the best co-hosts in the world, man. You know who they be, L Boogie and Roscoe P. Even though they not in the building, they still here in spirit. Also, man, big ups to my little ones, man. Big ups to all my kids out there. Big ups to my twins. Big ups to my sugar mama. Big ups to my juicy boo. Big ups to my Shine Mac. Also, man, I want to let y'all know before we get up out of here, man. Hey, keep our family covered, man. I want y'all to keep everybody in y'all prayers, thoughts, views, and meditations. You know what I'm saying? Everybody you come in contact with, extended family, family members, man. It's all about love, peace, and respect here, man. You know what it is, man. It's Bearded Conversation. Like I tell y'all every night. Those that fuck with us, fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway, man. Same black time, same black time. See you tomorrow for Wild Ass Wednesday. Hopefully we got one or both of the co-hosts in the building. If not, the show still must go on, baby. Hey, hit that cash out. Hit that cash out. $ Bearded Bucks with a Z. That's $ Bearded Bucks with a Z. And for those in the back that can't hear me, hey man, that's Big Zero, man. $ Bearded Bucks with a Z, man. Support the channel. Support all events that the channel do. Also, man, if y'all want the merch, if y'all need the merch, hey, go check out the site, man. Go check out the site for all the latest merchandise. Y'all see what it is, man. If y'all want to get on that Instagram page, man, check it out. Off the block _beergang.apparel. That's off the block _beergang.apparel. And go to the site, www.odb/beergangappeal.com. And with that, we out. Love y'all. Peace.